All righty, Rachel, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks. I just wanted to talk real quickly. Typically, you pursue school and sports events, but a recent event of yours that you did pursue and ultimately win was a little outside the norm. Would love to just hear a little bit more about it.
When I was in Oklahoma at the summer conference, I had gotten an email request to give a quote for on-site Santa pictures. And we tried something 20 years ago, and it just wasn't, it was print on site and all that. But now with the new technology and the software that we have available, and then them being able to go on and order online without us printing on site, I was able to give them a more competitive quote with a lot less labor. We utilize PhotoMatch for all of our schools. So working with Steve and Sarah and other people at Candid, we were able to customize a program just for the zoo Santa pictures. It lasted over 19 nights. The nice thing about it is that it was limited time because it was zoo lights. So it happened in the evenings only. So it controlled my labor. And the hard part was going out there 19 nights, doing the same thing over and over again. But it was very controlled. We had a lot of things going in our favor. Santa was in a single building by himself. So we controlled who came in the building, who left the building. We controlled their cell phone paparazzi wasn't allowed. We made them pre-register with QR codes. So I said, oh, it's real quick. All you got to do is put in your first name, last name, email, and cell phone, and we'll get you right in line to see Santa. Lines are all short. The line's 10 minutes, the line's 15 minutes. Once it hit the door, you're like, okay, you're looking at 20 minutes, but we were able to move them all through pretty quickly. We were also able to offer a variety. So if it was a family of 4, 2 kids and 2 adults, we would do each kid separately, the kids together, and then the kids with the parents. It just gave them more opportunity to purchase, other than just throwing everyone in there, taking one shot and sending them on their way. The zoo also hired their own Santa, so it wasn't no cost to me for Santa or the elf, which was also really nice because Santa's very, very expensive. If there was a big group, which a lot of these people go to these zoo lights events with 10 to 12 people, we would just kind of do the kids of the family. So we would do, if there was a brother or 2 brothers and a sister, we would do them together, and then the next group together. Then we would add in the parents, and then we would do everybody together. So just depending on the group that came up, we usually try to do 3 to 4 auctions per group. And we kind of just customize that depending on who walked through the door.
So after the parents registered before entering the facility, talk about what the process was like then. You said about 20 minutes from registering to actually capturing the image. And then how did they then see the images that you captured?
I would greet them at the door and give them individual QR codes. I would just say, scan this, go ahead and put in your first name, last name, email, and cell phone. And then we'll get you in line. So then they go in, it's like Disney. They go in, the stanchions, the S-curve, till they go up to see him. When they go up to see him, the photographer scans the QR code, and so it's going into PhotoMatch. So by the time they do it at the door and walk up the 20, 30 feet, it's already loaded into PhotoMatch, scans that, and then he takes all the pictures. Then they exit out the back door, so they're not crisscrossing people, and it makes the flow look a lot smoother. And depending on the internet connection, depends on how fast they get their images. So the first people of the night usually get their images in about 15 minutes. Every night, I'd say by 10 o'clock every night, all images were loaded and sent.
Thank you so much for sharing your recent Santa event.
Thank you.